So you look cute.
I don't.
You do. I'm happy. I'm proud of you.
Cute. I look.
You do.
I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't feel cute.
No, I know.
Fugly as fuck.
I do too. So right off the bat, we're not in drag today because we're being dragged by the universe. So today's laundry day. That's a new thing we decided to come up with.
I'm having just starts undressing.
As usual. We're getting undressed a little earlier than usual
Can you
today.
see my nipples?
I can't really tell because I'm going to be honest, I've been wearing these contacts for 2 days because don't come at me.
Uh-huh.
Because I only have 1 to 2 pairs left and they're so expensive. And what I really want to do right now is use my money to prepare for this Portugal trip that I'm going on in October.
Yes.
And what I need to use my money for is my vision, because I also lost my glasses, as you recall. I need a pair of those too. So that's why I can't tell if your nipples are showing, because I can barely tell. No, I'm safe.
Showing.
I'm safe.
If you're here.
Listen, today I walked into the house and my mom started cackling because she's like, I didn't see the comma on your shirt for a second. So on that note, I'm going to get into my outfit.
Oh, I didn't either. That's funny.
Okay, so...
Wait, that's so funny. Oh my God.
You want to know what's even better?
Yeah.
When I was in Oregon in June, Megan and I went to Value Village. We went thrifting. And as I'm leaving, I pull out this shirt. And it says SL, UT, also known as slut. It doesn't say also known as slut. Actually, underneath that, it says Salt Lake City, Utah. But Megan was flabbergasted that they had that in a Value Village in Beaverton, which
that's
same.
Crazy.
But then it was like kind of big and boxy, but not enough that I would wear it as an oversized shirt, but not small enough to be a baby tee. You know, those are my only kind of 2 options.
100%.
And so what I did is I tailored it myself. So that has like kind of 2 panels down the front and a wider neck. And now it fits me like a glove.
Yeah, it looks really cute. Hell yeah, look at those. Look at those bad boys.
So I know there was an earthquake in Utah this week, and it was actually just me shaking my titties in my SL, UT shirt.
Perfect. So don't be alarmed.
Anyway, my mom was here when I altered the shirt. And she didn't say anything about it, but when I walked in today, I guess she missed the comma and she was cackling that it just said slut. She was like, ha, that's so funny. So I'm wearing
I love that she was cackling.
Me too.
I wouldn't have necessarily.
I wouldn't have expected. I thought maybe when we tailored it, like when she was helping me with the sewing machine, that she was maybe just like being nice by not acknowledging that it maybe was like, why are you wearing a slut t-shirt? But no, she was cackling today. So
also,
I'll take
comma, it. You know, I mean, technically, you did nothing wrong.
You could put a you could put a little comma anywhere. M, A, D, Z, Y, T, H, O, M, P, S, O, N, Y. And I'm wearing gray shorts. That's my outfit.
Love. I am repping a piece of lingerie from my previous bachelorette party of a marriage that I'm no longer in.
Just one. You've only had one of those. Just
I've only had one trial marriage.
The marriage. You didn't have multiple.
Yeah, I think everyone needs a trial marriage. That's my take.
So my thought now is that I haven't had one yet, but I don't necessarily still just want a trial marriage. I feel like instead of getting married early, I forgoed.
Yeah,
forwent.
I think either you have a trial marriage.
I'm going to forget the trial marriage.
But that, again, I think you get married earlier, like sub 30.
Yeah.
Or, your brain has been developed. You've had trial relationships. You've really gotten to know the ins and outs of yourself. And then you can forego the trial marriage.
No shame or shade to anyone who gets married, or has a trial marriage after their 30s. Everyone should do whatever they want, except for straight white men. They should have some restrictions. With some caveats. If they're willing to publicly admit their respect for women and gay people. That's all you need to do.
For women what people?
Women and gay people and trans people.
I just heard women gay people, and I was like,
women, gay, and trans
has this
people.
turned into one. It
is
just felt
kind of
like
a group.
Merged. Yeah, I get it. Like
people I automatically trust.
Group. Yes, exactly.
It's like, if you're gay, I trust you. If you're trans, I trust you. If you're a woman, I trust you. If you're a man, you got to earn it.
Fonzie.
Uh-oh. He's getting a talking to just a few minutes in.
It's like I have a toddler, honestly.
How old is he again? Like 5?
He's about to be 4.
Okay. So perpetual Todd.
But to be fair, I think he might have broken his tail. And I didn't know that dogs can do that.
Well, it's
Did you know that? No, I thought it was cartilage.
You can still break cartilage. I broke my nose.
True, but like just...
And you remember when Lexi breaks McSteamy's penis on Grey's Anatomy? That was also cartilage.
That is actually a fear of mine.
Breaking a
man's penis.
I think it'd be kind of powerful.
Okay, so I need to text someone and let them know that that's maybe a fetish of you.
No, so it's not a fetish. If they're a good person, I don't want to break their penis.
Okay.
But if I'm in a situation,
bad,
I was actually saying this to someone the other day. I never, ever, ever want to be in a situation where anyone is trying to take advantage of me or where I'm in harm's way.
You and have also, to like, tell someone that. Just
wait.
To clarify.
And also, if that happened, I do think there would be a part of me, and maybe I shouldn't say this because I really don't want to romanticize violence at all, but I do think there would be a part of me that would be like, finally, I can go all Muhammad Ali on you and bite your ear off.
Yeah,
I'm about to Van Gogh you so hard. You're about to Van Gogh to another place. Oh no, I interrupted your outfit.
No, it's okay. That was so worth it. But I actually have said this to my friends because I live in like an urban area. And
you live in an Urban Outfitters?
I live in an Urban Outfitters. No, I live in an urban area, and I feel safe, but they're like any place. Like I don't know, as a woman, it can be unsafe and things can happen. But I told my friends, I was like, honestly, I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, try. I'm like, I'm waiting for this like perfect opportunity to go 31 years of angst and anger and pent up rage to just come out of me. And I don't know. I think I really want to experience that version of me, but
totally.
I also want to remain safe.
As I'm saying this, there's because of who I am as a Libra, you know, I say one extreme thing and then immediately I'm guilty because I can already see the other side, which is I feel guilty saying that because it's such a privilege to never have been involved in major violence or to have been 100%. Like worried about my safety or to have had to fight in the past. So part of me 100%. Wants to throw up thinking about the fact that I just said that. And also,
I hear you.
It was for humor. And also I redacted, I guess. No, I do redact it out of the respect.
Universe. Yeah. I also want to say that this just shows like the fact that we are willing to joke about it with maybe an ounce of truth behind it. It shows how much
feminine rage there is.
Yeah, is pent up within women.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I feel that on such a deep, deep level. What?
I do too. And it's something that I have brought to the pod today to discuss. Is righteous female anger, but I would like to give you the opportunity to finish your outfit before we get into that.
Okay, I want to talk about righteous female anger.
Just know that's a little teaser for later.
Totally. I've been wanting to talk about the construct of marriage for a while, and
totally
get your tots on it.
Get my Hey, can I get your tits on this subject real quick? Does this make them perk up? Or not?
Or sag down?
Does this make your titties hard and tall? Or soft and sag?
Okay. So we have this lacy magenta
what is like a little
slip. That honestly I actually want to wear over like some cute jeans and actually wear out because I think it would be so cute and I love this color.
Yeah, maybe if you ever have like a third date coming up or something.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm back on the dating scene. I'll give an update in a sec. I have a tan grandma button-up sweater overlaying this lingerie piece. And then you can't really see, but I'm wearing some pink striped boxers, but it's truly just so that I don't display my labia on camera.
Dysplabia. So I don't dysplabia. So I don't dysplabia minor majora. I mean, I guess if you're displaying your menorah, the menorah is probably already out on display.
If you only know how to display your menorah, that's so jealous.
If your menorah outshine your majora, then you probably were a witch in the past life.
Actually, this is funny because we were talking with my friends because my roommate was a nurse in plastic surgery and would see a lot of vaginas. And she was like,
Totally.
I have never seen the same vagina. Like every single person's vagina is just wildly and drastically different. And I think that's so cool.
I do too. And by vagina, are you meaning vulva? Not to correct you, but I'm literally just in my mind, I was picturing like the inside, like actual vaginal cavern.
I feel like for years we've referred to the outside as a vagina, which, yes, anatomically correct, it is vulva.
Yeah, which is totally fine because, I mean, to each their own. And also, I literally was just picturing her staring eye to eye with the vagina, the vaginal canal. And you know what? Maybe she has, for all I know. I hope she didn't get pink eye.
No, she's looked at a lot of vaginas. I don't know if she was like up close and personal.
No, I know. I was in my mind. I was picturing her. So at first, it started with the eye to eye vaginal canal, which again, go off. Yeah, but I understand now. Yeah, it's true. Pussies look different because again, you were saying she's seen a lot of vaginas, and I was picturing her looking into a vagina.
Yeah, you took that.
I took it literally, and so literally. Obviously, we know why. You're like, she worked as a nurse in plastic surgery, and because of that, she has seen a lot of women's bodies. Their vulvas, their menorah, their majora, their labia, their mons pubis.
Did you actually know that we have Irish in our blood?
Yeah, dude. Our parents' last name was McIntyre originally.
Yeah.
That you can't get more Irish than McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Actually, yeah, wait, here's some fun lore for the pod. My dad and Emily's mom. So technically our last names are me, Thompson, Emily, Eastburn. And our parents, not together collectively because we have separate moms and dads. My dad, her mom, siblings, her mom, older, my dad next. Their original last name, OG, is McIntyre. However, tragically, their father was killed right before my dad was born, and they were later adopted by one of my grandma's ex-husbands who had the last name Thompson, which is my last name, her mom's maiden name, but we could have been McIntyres. That's the lore.
I think people are understanding maybe what's wrong with us based off of that description.
Yeah, speaking of leprechauns, so this weekend I started to watch a show with my sister and her husband called President Kenny, and it's about the president. It's by the creators of Rick and Morty, about the president of that show. And I was laughing. One of the characters is a leprechaun, and they casually mentioned that somebody was leprophobic, and I can't stop thinking about it.
I don't know why that made me think of, do you remember that Disney Channel movie, Luck of the Irish?
Of course I do. My ex-boyfriend's house is in that movie.
Oh,
just the front. Just a snippet of the front.
Your claim to fame. Which ex? Just whisper it. Actually, no. Let's play 20 questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Were they in high school?
No.
College?
Yeah. I guess that could have been post-college as well. You're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have given you
you're
that look.
31. You've been 10 years outside of college. You're like...
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm a senior.
Oh my God. I feel like
Okay,
I
yeah,
am.
college.
Okay, college. Was he really tall?
No. I mean, no. Not short, though.
Was he like a clear boyfriend?
Yeah.
You know, he had some unclear ones.
I had some unclear ones. Some who didn't want to claim me. And to all of you who didn't want to claim me, I say your loss.
It's okay.
Do you know yet who it was? Because I
no.
feel like...
No.
Okay.
Also,
do you want to
don't judge me for what I'm about to do?
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
Are you going to blow your nose? She's blowing her nose into a dish rag. Is that because it's better for the environment or because it's the closest thing to you?
We're going to go better for the environment so no one judges me. Also, my toes falling off.
Was it because that's the closest thing to you, though?
100%.
I mean, so Emily was sick last week. She thought she had COVID. I had to DoorDash, Instacart a COVID test to her house that was negative, thank God. Thank goddesses. Thank Godric Gryffindor.
There's some blood in my nose.
Have you been hydrating your nostrils? Like putting Aquaphor up there or something?
No.
Okay.
I think I did have a sinus infection, and I didn't know.
Are your boogers still green?
No, but I did a neti pot like a few days ago, like 4 days ago.
Is that the one where you stick it up one nostril and it comes out the other?
Yeah.
Or is that the one where you pour it in your ear and it comes out the other ear?
Definitely nostril.
Okay. Not actually sure if that second mechanism works.
It's definitely not a thing.
I think I'm thinking of the candles that you light on fire in your ear. You know?
I don't know. My mom just put garlic oil in our ears. And
that makes sense. My best friend, her dad would put little pieces of garlic and onion in her ears.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I've heard that onion on your feet, or no, is that onion or is it potato?
Yeah. No, it's onion on your feet to help you get unsick.
Yeah, but like no one thinks about that when you're sick. Like I don't.
And here's the thing: even if you do, I actually saw Gabby Windy talking about this, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I don't want my sheets to smell like onions for the rest of my life." And I'm like, "Yeah,
that's why I think I'd go the potato route because I definitely think that's an option." Juice? Yeah.
I also just think that there's absolutely no way I'm sleeping through the night with a vegetable on my foot. I just have to say
I was even going to say sock.
Well, again, who knows if that sock is going to stay on? It depends the temp. It depends how tired I am, where I am in my cycle, and how my sleep has been the previous few nights. Also, is actually what it depends on.
Who wants to experience forgetting that those onions are in their socks and then they just get out of bed and they step on a whole thing of onions in their socks?
So then your sheets smell like onions, your socks smell like onions, your duvet smells like onions, and you have to change your duvet cover, which is my least favorite thing.
You got to
potentially your dog, potentially your cat. You got to change your dog or cat. Your rug now, potentially your floors. You have to take a crowbar to your nice wood floors and start over because there's onion juice that's seeping down into the wooden grains that have been there since 1845. It's an old house, old pipes. Don't even think about putting the onions down the pipes.
I don't know why when you said old pipes, I was like, I have old pipes. I think there's something wrong with my ovaries.
So you have endometriosis.
I know. Which
my sister was diagnosed with this past week.
That's what I heard.
And it was really hopeful for me because the doctor, she had a really good experience with that doctor. She and I are obviously sisters. Megan's had the surgery. You've had the surgery. Lindsay's getting diagnosed. I need to get diagnosed officially. And I'm just hoping that all of us can get our utes in order. Yeah. Also, good news, which Megan texted the link in the Sisters Cousins Best Friends chat. Yeah. There's a new blood test for endometriosis.
So you don't have to get cut open in order to get a diagnosis.
Crazy. You think that
crazy concept.
You think that would be...
Oh my gosh. What?
Yeah. What? I don't have to have
weird.
surgery just to be confirmed that there's tissue growing outside of my uterus that shouldn't be. Weird.
That's causing me deep pain where I can't stand up.
Yeah, so I thought I really went from, okay, two things I'll say. They relate to each other. The first thing is, I posted a TikTok a couple of weeks ago about how, for me, astrology readings are the better version of a patriarchal blessing, which is kind of like a fortune-told blessing given to you by a man when you're in the Mormon church. Anyway, people were like, wait, I want this. So I opened up my books for matriarchal blessings.
I love
and I had one every day this past week. And
I'm so proud of you.
Feeling really excited, feeling really hopeful about the future. And what was I going to say about this? Oh, so I was on top of the world, right? I was going. I was working on a Saturday. I was working on a Sunday. I was going nonstop on a Monday to whatever. So then I woke up one day having had a really productive day the day previously.
Yeah.
And then I hated myself because I didn't want to do anything, you know?
Uh-huh.
Then I'm like, why do I hate myself? Why can't I stop crying and sleeping? I cried for 2 hours before I fell asleep on Saturday night. Woke up yesterday morning, started my period.
Oh, that'll do it.
And I didn't feel good yesterday. All I wanted to do was lament. And I did. Those are the two things.
Okay.
Just, when things are going really well and then there's a hard crank to burn out luteal phase and then it's like I hit it hard this phase where it's like I can't look in the mirror because I'm going to lie to myself in my mind and say really bad things about me.
Yeah.
The luteal uglies, the mental, because I know I'm not ugly, but the psychological luteal uglies hit me hard last week.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly relieved to be bleeding at this point because that's one step in the right direction.
So fair.
Are you still lutealing?
I don't really know what is happening.
Do you not track your cycle? No worries. If not, I don't want to shame you.
No, I just, I started 10 days early.
Oh, yeah.
I literally synced to my neighbor like Bluetooth. And we didn't even see each other.
I'm itching my boob.
No, it's okay. No, so I'm gonna be so honest to you guys. I had the week from hell. I got sick from, she knows it, my roommate. She gave me a plague. I don't know what it was, but thought I had COVID.
It was just the bubonic plague.
Test. It was just the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
That sucked. And then, okay, so my last period was like a half period. Like it didn't really she was like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm here, but I'm feeling a little shy. I was like, okay, was that like spotting? I've never spotted before in my life, but I was like, is that what spotting is? Because that didn't feel like a full hello. And then I'm sick this past week. I get a full hello. I get a full, hey, I'm here. That sucked.
She said, I came.
She was a wrecking ball. She wrecked me up and down, left and right, all of it.
Hence the break we had last week with no episode. We needed a break. We needed a break.
Yes. I have also decided that I do want to share a overarching, so I have a former classmate that does hypnotherapy, and I have always wanted to do hypnotherapy. It came up for me a few years ago, and it didn't feel like the right time, but it can be really good for chronic illness, for trauma, for almost kind of I see it as almost another type of kind of EMDR, processing a little bit.
A way to kind of almost relive something so you can understand it better, reassociate it, etc.
Yeah, you're really tapping into your subconscious. And so things that you might not understand or memories you haven't remembered or experiences that you're not fully aware of can come to the surface. But I've been doing some really difficult, hard work with that. And I know I want to eventually share kind of my findings and things in the pod. I'm not there yet by any means, but I do think that it's been something that's been really cool to experience. And I think it's a really, really helpful tool for those that are like seeking out maybe just more like clarity and wanting to kind of validation and understand a little bit more of what's going on in their subconscious.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like put all of those things together into a week, and that turns into something very difficult.
Yeah. Well, because the other thing is, obviously we know by now healing, trauma, psychosomatic, and you obviously are very in touch with your senses, your psychic senses, and your body. And I can imagine that when you're doing something that involves both, your psyche and your body are going to be mirroring one another, you know?
Yeah.
Like internally, you're unearthing things. Okay, externally, my body is also going to unearth and get rid of things, purge, you know?
Yeah, totally.
But I'm really proud of you for doing all of that.
I will say this is the first time, if you're a new listener, I've identified with being chronically ill for a lot of my life, specifically like the last 10 years. And you get to a point where you're kind of like, I'll do fucking anything. I have literally tried everything under the sun to get rid of symptoms, minimize symptoms, everything like that. And this is probably the first time in my healing that I've genuinely, like, I'm going to be honest, like I had one session and I was really struggling to process it. And I was telling my friends, I was like, yeah, like maybe I just don't believe in it. I was like, I was like, I don't think it's real.
Never mind. Everything that I've been working toward and studying and validating myself in is not real.
Yes, exactly. And then I had this moment of, I recognized that like I can be pretty avoidant when things are coming to the surface, and the way in which I avoid it is genuinely like almost like a hustle culture, like a I go back into like my boss ass bitch phase with the
like
mug,
how can I manage this?
Yeah, or just like I more so like it's I avoid stillness so that I can't feel it.
Go there. Yeah, I get that.
Go there. And so I had a couple opportunities of stillness that I was like, okay, I think that this is real. I think what I'm experiencing is valid. I think I need to go again. And it's really interesting. I'll say this. When I did EMDR, which was really helpful, and if you're not aware of what EMDR is, it's basically you use, and I'm going to do the
eye movement rapid detection. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So basically you're using bilateral stimulation. So a practitioner can do this a couple ways. So typically there is a memory that is chosen that can be like a pretty significant memory that creates like really triggering, distraught feelings. And so say you have a memory that triggers like a 10 out of 10. So what
a 10 out of 10 feeling?
10 out of 10, or sorry.
No, I'm like a 10 out of 10 like hottie, or like a 10 out of 10
This is not a 10 out of 10.
I'm really, really interested to see what you meant by 10 out of 10. She had a mix-up.
The opposite of 10 out of 10.
So it's a 0 out of 10. Find something that is...
Sorry.
10 out of 10 painful?
Typically, and again, a different practitioner can do different things, right? But typically, you will rank the memory on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, so a 10 out of 10 is something that's not like 10 out of 10. It's like 10 out of 10 trauma. I can't breathe. I want to kill myself.
This is a different 10 out of 10. Here's the thing. In life, you don't really want this 10 out of 10. In EMDR, you want to get after it. So find your 10 out of 10 memory of like, I hate this. Trauma. This sucks. Yeah. And then basically what you do is you think about that memory, and then your practitioner can do it different things. So there can be a light bar where the light literally goes from left to right, from left to right. They can use their finger from left to right. They can use these things
tracking with your eyes.
Yeah, you can use these things called TheraTappers, where you have two things, one in each hand, where it vibrates and it
every
mixes.
Other hand.
It goes, every other hand.
You can do tapping.
Basically, you can do tapping too, yeah. And basically, the bilateral stimulation is to help rewire the brain, like working with neuroplasticity, basically desensitizing the memory, and the more in which you focus on it and have like new things process, you're hoping that the number will go down from a 10 to like a 9, 8, 7. And then
Like
basically you're
understand,
kind of
offer
done.
compassion to the memory,
Yeah.
validate
And
it.
then basically you're done once you get to like, I would say like a 0 to 2 is kind of where you want to be. And a lot of that can translate towards, because like a lot of times when you're out and about and you're living your life, you're not necessarily thinking about how that memory made you feel, but a lot of times subconsciously
It's driving your motivation.
that memory made you feel like insignificant.
Yeah.
Anytime you feel insignificant throughout your life, you're going to be triggered to that like 10 unless you're able to work through it. So
Totally. Which,
super
just want to say,
interesting.
it is very heavy, hard work. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's not helpful, and doesn't mean it's not an incredible tool. And also just be aware, if you're going into that space, prepare afterward to give yourself some time to relax,
Yeah.
is what I would say.
Yeah, I would say it, because you're almost reliving it a little bit.
Yeah.
And also kind of trigger warning of you can potentially have new memories or
Come up.
images surface and come up. So that's definitely something to like be aware of. I've also heard like to not do EMDR when there's a lot of like changes in your life or like current triggers in your life. You like kind of want to like do EMDR when you're actually at
Looking
like a
backward.
good
More
point
stable
and
place.
have like, yeah, more stable place and have people in your life that can support you in processing this. One of the things that's so interesting is that in both EMDR and hypnotherapy, Disney movies come up for me. I'm a big imagery person.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this is not common or like not always the case, but in hypnotherapy, my therapist was telling me, she's like, I'll ask you a question and then you go into describing imagery and then we have to basically dissect what that imagery means. Like I'm not giving like a straight answer. I'm giving an answer through imagery.
Mm-hmm.
And the first hypnotherapy session that I did, like I saw like Anastasia, I saw Cars, I saw Tarzan, I saw, and like all through animated. And then I think it was the Aristocats in EMDR or Aladdin. There was another one that I can't remember. But this last time I was Sleeping Beauty, which was really weird. Yeah, it's really interesting.
That is really fascinating. And I'm really proud of you for doing this and excited to just hear more about it. I know that it's such intentional, heavy work, but also important work. And I'm proud of you, as always, for doing that work, even though it's hard and scary, and grateful whenever you're willing to share on your time.
Yeah. I also feel like a little bit of a case study of like, you know, as I'm about to become a practitioner, I understand that like, I don't ever want to have like this ego mindset that like my work and everything that I do is like the end all be all. So like, I also feel like I'm dabbling with the idea of like what other people and modalities and practices can I offer to the people on my table as like, hey, through my lived experience, this was helpful. Maybe this is something that you could be curious about.
Well, and also that's creating this beautiful web of people who can help hold the community together. Yeah, and support one another with vulnerability. And safety. And I think that's really beautiful. I also just think it's fascinating. Well, we know your third eye is incredibly powerful. You are definitely a visual psychic. It's interesting because I've never done hypnotherapy with a practitioner. I've done one past life regression session that I did just with a YouTube video with Brian Weiss, who, if you don't know who that is, he's incredible. He has incredible books. Look him up. But for me, there were some visuals, but it was like visual download of like knowing. So when I had that experience, it was, I'm visualizing something. Oh, I suddenly know I'm in Europe. Okay, now I'm walking. Oh, I'm in France.
Yeah.
I can feel something. Oh, suddenly I'm realizing I'm Joan of Arc and I'm being burned at the stake. And that was the experience that I had.
Interesting.
Where, was I Joan of Arc in a past life? Who knows? We actually can't guarantee that. But I do think it's interesting that the archetype came to me in a way that archetypes usually do, which is through the example of historical women.
Yeah.
And that was something I was fixated on as a child, and yours coming through as Disney movies and like media that you consumed as a child, I think is really fascinating too.
Yeah, it's so what's so weird is that like I think that like maybe like if like a Disney adult went under hypnotherapy, like that would make a lot more sense. I
But
literally don't like Disney. Like I'm
maybe
like
that
not
has something to
anti.
do with it.
Yeah, I'm not like
Like maybe
anti-Disney,
there's
but like
something about these movies or childhood that is tied to what you're experiencing too, for all you know.
I think it's my mind's way of safely tapping into my
Create like using stories
my
that are familiar and
and safe and
safe
yeah,
to make sense
yeah,
of something. That's really
yeah.
fascinating.
I know,
Brains are
so really
crazy.
brains are so fascinating. But yeah, so that was my week. I feel like I thought I sounded better, but also I think that maybe yesterday depleted me a little bit. I will
Your
say I
follow-up
had
hypnotherapy session.
yeah, I did have a date this past week, which was fun. So first date and then second date,
Same person.
same person. Yeah.
Hinge?
Hinge. Yeah. But it was actually really funny because I told him like the whole week that I was sick and like we were texting, so he was very like very aware. And then we had a date planned for Friday, and then it was funny because we were like cuddling on the couch, and then he just kind of like looked at me and was like, "Am I gonna get sick?" And then I just was like, "I don't know." And then we started making out. It was great.
And you know what? If he gets sick, worth it.
Worth it. Well, I'm not
'Cause
the one
he
getting
got-
sick, but I did
Yeah,
tell him I'd
but-
make him soup, so.
Well, you don't owe him that, but that's really nice of you.
No, I know. And I'm just a nice person. And I
You
think
really are a nice person.
I think
proud of
that's
you.
the thing is like I need to find the balance of like I don't know, I don't want to have like rules and rigidity of like I've had a couple times where I've made a man a meal in my dating saga, and immediately the last time that I make them something and the food's fine. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, you're a good
It's-
cook.
Thank you. But that is that's the last like that has been my like my breaking point of like that's when things go south.
Interesting.
And so I tried to make my like a rule that I'm like, okay, I don't make a man a meal, but then I'm like, whatever. I'm
we
like,
don't
I just
do rigidity very well.
No, we don't. And so
It's like, give me a rule, I'm not going to follow it. Don't give me a rule, I'm not going to know what to do. So I'm just going to live in the middle zone of either way I'm confused
How I feel.
and I'm just going to do my best.
I don't usually tell men about the podcast, but I told him about the podcast. But I don't give
Sweet.
names.
Yeah, it's like obviously
I
they
don't-
could easily
yeah.
go to any of your social media or Google you and probably find it pretty easily, but that's totally fine.
Well, no, he doesn't know my last name.
Oh, sweet. Well, then don't tell him. Ever. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You don't have to be ashamed of the pod, though. I don't think you should be.
No,
but I understand
it's not that I'm ashamed of the pod.
for
It's
a
more so I want someone to
second date
I want someone to experience me firsthand
and not
versus
secondhand through the person who's known you the longest in life.
where I'm like, this is me, like unfiltered.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I'd like for people to like maybe experience that on like a 10th date. Actually, I mean, I'm really not that filtered when I date. I honestly feel like most things are, in fact, if anything, I feel like I'm like, oh, I should probably share less, but
yeah,
whatever.
But whatever, because a person who deserves to be with you is a person who can hold all of you and doesn't think you're too much in any way or feel overwhelmed by who you are.
Yeah, true.
Which brings me to something that I feel passionate about.
Love.
Which is women who haven't been given that love and support and who choose to righteously use their anger in all of their creativity and pettiness. I stumbled on this TikTok, okay? It's just a girl who says, can all the crazy girls come with the most insane thing they've done? I need to know if I'm chillin' or if I should genuinely be institutionalized.
I think naturally we saw the same TikTok and the comments were unhinged.
I'm pretty sure I sent
in
it
the
to you
best
guys.
way.
So I just needed to bring this to the pod. I'm going to need to just read some comments.
Can you read a comment and then can we both answer whether or not we think we would do it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Every year, I unblock him and text him Happy Father's Day and then block him again. He's been trying to reach me for 3 years. There's no baby. I think I'd do that one, depending.
I don't think I could.
I could see myself doing that in a really extreme situation. And
Oh,
and
that's
so far, I
terrifying.
think he probably deserved it.
Yeah, honestly, here's the thing about women. I feel like we can be unhinged, but like 9.5 out of 10 times, it's called it's called for.
9.9. Yeah.
9.9. Okay. Like there is a reason. We don't want to be crazy. We don't.
No,
I
the
don't want to be
patriarchy is
crazy.
making us be crazy.
But
We
will
have
it
to
make
fight for
me
ourselves.
sometimes?
I put grass seed in his carpet and watered the room, turned up the heat. He got back from his vacation to a whole yard in his living room.
I would do it. I would do it.
That one's really creative. Really, really
It's
clever.
really creative. What, did they have like a shag rug? Like that's
I
gotta
don't know,
take
but
some
that's really smart though.
I would not have thought about that.
Diabolical.
But honestly, love.
Had a bonfire, burnt his birth certificate, social security card, every family photo and document. The man didn't exist legally anymore.
That has to be illegal, yet I would do it.
Okay, here's another good one. I found out he was cheating on me. I contacted the other woman and told her this MF had been married since 2017. She had no idea. I never confronted him. Instead, I planned him the nicest birthday party, invited all of our friends and his entire family, got the microphone, stopped the music, and said, "All right, everyone, let's start singing. The cake is coming." The cake was the woman he'd been cheating on me with, while their messages and photos were projected on the wall. She gave me everything. The room went dead silent. Everyone was in complete shock because to them he was Mr. Perfect, the nicest guy, the perfect husband. Turns out he was just really good at pretending. She and I are still friends and even grab a margarita together every now and then.
I think that's so iconic, and it's my favorite one that you've read. Like that. You've seen 27 Dresses, right?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
Okay, so you know when
that was
like
more of a you rom-com than a me rom-com.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of when the older sister, Jane, so her younger sister ends up falling for her boss, but like basically lies about everything that she likes and doesn't. Like she says that she's an animal lover. She says that she's vegetarian. She says that. So basically like literally like designs herself to be the perfect girl for this guy, but it's all lies. And then at the rehearsal dinner for their wedding, she does like basically the same thing of like a slideshow but
exposes him,
but like mocks the whole thing of like reads this thing that's like they're perfect for each other, but then the slideshow is like her eating ribs with her engagement ring on. Yeah, that's basically it's giving that, and I think that's iconic.
Really remember that, but that I should rewatch that. That movie and Bride Wars. I don't know what it is about wedding movies, but very you. Am I wrong?
Maybe that's why I got married.
You were like, I just wanted to be Kate Hudson. I knew I was going to divorce my husband, but told him I would stay and work on things if he got a vasectomy. I left his ass the week it was done.
Yeah, honestly. And here's the thing. I bet you that man should not reproduce. So
totally.
That's such a queen. She's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, she is. I need to just read some more.
I'm loving him.
Okay. I had his black MX and the billing dress was his dad's address. When we broke up, I wrote his dad a love letter and met with him while I was in Europe.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
She had his black MX and the billing, the billing address was his dad's address. So she wrote his dad a love letter and they met up in Europe. So she said, I'm going straight to Papa.
She said, I can't get nothing from you. I'm going to your dad.
She said, your dick was tiny anyway. This person says, I've definitely never put milk in a fine mist spray bottle and sprayed the entire interior of a car before. Milk
I don't know why.
in a fine mist sprayer and misted his whole car with milk.
Yeah,
so that it dried and rotted.
I went to something else. I don't know why I was looking at my dog and I thought, did I take him out this morning? And then I realized that I went for a whole ass walk. And I'm really sorry. So
it had nothing to do with milk?
No. That's why I know what you said. And I think it's terribly funny. I just couldn't mentally go there because I just have a lot on my brain. Because
you were staring at the blank page before
you opened up the milky window. Funny. Did you get that?
I logged into his Instagram and watched videos about men respecting women to change his feed and his entire algorithm. And that's smart.
So smart.
That's smart. And again,
not that it's like your job to like teach a man how to respect a woman, but like things.
No, but sometimes you have to intervene.
Yeah.
He broke up with me, so I started dating his landlord, and the rent was raised exponentially.
Again,
that one's also
very creative.
so good.
So
Yeah.
creative. Like,
Yes.
this is like giving women in STEM.
This is women in STEM.
Yeah.
This is
Forget
absolutely
actual STEM. This is the STEM.
A lot of people saying, like, thank you so much. This is excellent research. I am taking notes. I have preparations. After we broke up, he never changed his password on Netflix. I would go into whatever show he was binging and move it forward by about 10 to 15 minutes. I did this every day until I got bored. You see, no harm, no
that's
foul.
such like
That
a
is
little thing that would
hilarious.
actually send someone into like psychosis.
Psychosis a little bit. It's like, wait.
It's just like I would think I was actually fucking crazy.
This is a really good one. When I got divorced, I still had the Sleep Number Bed app on my phone. I would randomly in the middle of the night sit the bed all the way up or fold him like a pretzel, depending on my mood that day.
I actually think that's the funniest one, in my opinion.
Wait. There are a couple more. This one is just quick. I would walk up to him and put my fingers on his neck to feel his pulse and ask him questions so I knew if he was lying or not.
So intimidating.
Oh, okay. We had a smart washer dryer connected to the app. When we broke up, I never logged out. Now every time he tries to do a load of laundry, I remotely cancel the cycle. He didn't lift a finger to do his laundry while we were together, so he definitely doesn't get the privilege now.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, okay.
I think the Sleep Number one is my favorite, personally.
This person says, not me, but my mom cut his pinky off and faked her death for a month and would sneak into his house or work and move things or leave hidden messages to make him think he was crazy. And he checked himself into a psych ward, and she came back out of hiding and visited him and then told him it was her all along and that no one would believe him if he told because he's in a psych ward.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wait, that I don't want to fuck with that person. That's a little scary.
Oh, this is so funny. Befriended all of his friends. It's been 10 years and I'm still around. Not in love anymore, but I love the fact that I was a fling and now he has to deal with me for the rest of his life, probably.
But also, like, what shitty friends, because guys don't know shit. And, like, normal girl code would be like, no, you wouldn't befriend an ex. But, like, all of those men are probably, like, so oblivious of that.
Yeah.
Of that, you know?
Yeah. There are a lot of violent ones that I can't say because I'm not going to support violence outright, but I do think that women are powerful. I contacted every religious organization I could to do visits and calls for him. Then when we divorced, I contacted every lawyer within a 30-mile radius so they couldn't take his case because of conflict of interest. This is the last one. We were fighting and breaking up, so he told me he wanted my engagement ring back, so I swallowed it. And the look on his face was priceless.
I should have done that. I'm learning that I should have done a lot more.
Oh, you were so nice. You were so nice, courteous, quick.
So nice. But again,
Yeah.
that's who I am, right?
So sometimes I need moments like this to just
need to
really
live vicariously through these women.
Yeah, and I support my girls. I support
you
my
also
girls,
just
and
know
I know
that
they've
you've
done
got some things
done
in
what
your
they've
back
gotta do.
pocket. If anything
Yeah.
were to happen with anyone.
Just know that if you think you're doing something petty, it could probably be pettier.
Totally.
And listen,
I don't know the psych ward one, though. I think that one was as petty as it gets. I'm also like, we didn't even talk about the pinky. She just cut off his
starts
pinky.
out. Well, she cut off his pinky, and then no, but like the level of detail, I just gotta say, how about a round of applause?
Have you watched Step Up 2, where they
Of
put
course.
the fish in the vent?
Vent? Yes.
So I'm not gonna lie, there might have been like a bad day in my breakup that I
when you
did
thought about it.
consider that.
I remember actually talking about this. For the record, she didn't do it, but she could have. I don't think there's anything petty I've ever done for a breakup other than just become everyone's favorite ex-girlfriend and someone that their family never stops talking about.
And I feel like that is something that sticks with men.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just like the one that got away.
Yeah. So just know, ladies, that if you've been done wrong, and also if you're listening and you've done something that you want to share on the pod, something petty, something funny, DM
And
us. Let us know. We'll
anonymous,
keep
we
it
got you.
anonymous. Yeah.
We've
We won't tell
got you.
anyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that might be a good place to end for the day. It's got me feeling pumped and hyped, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know if I feel pumped and hyped. I feel congested and sad, but that's okay.
I feel sweaty and crampy. And honestly, I almost shit my pants on the drive over this morning. And I was like,
shit.
if this happens, literally, if this happens, what am I going to do? And I guess what I would do is just deal with it, you know? But I didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take that as a win.
That makes me want to watch Bridesmaids. Oh, you're really shitting in the street, huh?
So
Yeah.
I don't know that movie nearly well enough to... But
That's
once
your
again,
homework.
a wedding movie, girl. Why are you so wedding movie, girl? Because, again, Bride Wars, Bridesmaids, and 27 Dresses, all three rom-coms that I immediately think of you first. Do you think that growing up you had a fixation on weddings for a reason? Because obviously most Christian girls were like conditioned in some way to think about their future and marriage and wife, etc. Like I was literally at 11 years old at an activity for young women making a present for my future self getting engaged to open the night I get engaged. I still have it. Maybe I should open it on the pod someday. Or maybe I should save it till engagement if I ever get married.
You know, I wasn't obsessed with weddings to my understanding, but I was obsessed with the concept of family and having my own family. And what's really interesting is that, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but growing up, I would like romance being pregnant and having my own kids. And I don't know if you like when you go to sleep before you're like dreaming, you like kind of almost like daydream and you think about like certain things, or I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing or if that's just like across the board. But you just think about things like in your life that you almost like want to happen. Literally, for as long as I can remember my whole entire life, I would always go to sleep and I would think about being pregnant and having kids of my own. And then that stopped once I got married. And I think that was
that's
why
you're not married anymore.
That was a red flag that I should have listened to.
That's why you're not married anymore, girl.
And that feeling of wanting to have kids has now come back. This girl is off limits. She doesn't want to have a baby. Now or possibly never. Yeah.
We love you, cousins. Thank you so much for joining us today.
So much.
If you feel like, we should do drag next week because that was supposed to be our theme this week. And I know you don't want to, but we're going to because I want to. And we're going to be in our follicular phases, hopefully. So, or ovulating, something that's not lutealing or perioding.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm feeling a little better than I was when I was luteing, but I'm still
No, I'd rather
bleeding.
bleed than lute.
Me too, but I didn't feel like blocking my brow today when I was bleeding out of my puts.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
So drag for next week. We're not going to cancel it because we're going to be in a better place. And tune in then. We love you. Yeah. Thank you.
I love you. I love you, Mads.
Rate us 5 stars. Share if you want to. And we'll see you next week. I love you.
Next week. Okay, bye.